Harira is a Moroccan Ramadan staple, and my mom is going to show us how to make it the Fes way. This is my grandmother Hajja's recipe, Allah yarhamah, and we're going to start by boiling our tomatoes so that we can easily peel the skins off. And then we're going to cube our meat into small little bite-sized pieces, making it easier to eat. So we're going to start by adding a handful of parsley that we chopped, and then my mom insisted on showing everybody how to chop the onion the way my Hajja did it.
First time I saw this, I was flabbergasted.
As we add our meat and our seasonings, I'll let my mom tell us more about this recipe.
Okay, so this is harira Fesia from the city of Fez. Harira is 3 parts. The stock, the tomato stock, tadwira, and the flour to thicken it.
Now, the Fes harira is different than harira in other parts of Morocco, so if you don't agree with some of these steps, please still be respectful in the comments as we are carrying on a tradition from our family. After adding our seasonings and our saffron that we let sit in a little bit of hot water, we're going to add our water. So I actually measured it and it ended up being 12 cups of water. And you want to add cold water because you don't want it to cook the meat prematurely and then make it tough. And then we're going to bring that up to a simmer. And then we're going to cover it and let it cook for about an hour and 15 minutes to get the meat tender. Now, while the meat is cooking and the broth is simmering, it gives us an opportunity to prepare the other components of the harira. So we're going to boil some lentils for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to place them on a plate and then add some squeezes of lemon juice. Put that to the side, and then we're going to pulse our peeled tomatoes, and we're going to add a heaping tablespoon of tomato paste to that, and that's going to be for the second part of our soup. And then in the middle of that, I would just check to see if our meat was tender, and it was. We can add our tomato, and then we're going to add a little bit of sugar to remove this acidity of the tomatoes, or counteract the acidity of the tomatoes, I should say. And we're going to add a tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder. Now we can add our lentils at this point, and they need to simmer for a little bit to get soft as well. So we're going to add some cold water to a blender and some flour. It has to be cold water or you're going to end up with a flour slushy that's a mess. And then you're going to stir the slurry in, stirring constantly, otherwise you're going to get a lumpy soup. And then we added 2 additional cups of water after that. We can add some cold water to our blender and mix that with our parsley and cilantro, and then we added our herb mixture. And now we're going to add the last of our components, which is our chickpeas, and then we're going to add our washed rice. And then we're going to stir this all together, and we're going to leave it uncovered so that the rice can cook but not mush up. And then we're done. Serve the harira in your most beautiful serving dishes, and please enjoy this recipe. It's also great with a date or shabakia on the side.